Hi, it's time to talk. I'm Dr. Bessie McCann, and I own and operate Derma Medical Spa in Washington State. And today's talk is really frivolous. I get a lot of questions about having worked in the ER and then transitioning into aesthetics. And one thing that I get asked a lot is, how did that happen? Did I just suddenly stop ER and do aesthetics? Answer is no. There were many years where I was doing both. I would spend part of my week working in the ER and part of my week working in the spa. And bit by bit, I started doing spa more than ER and then finally left the ER. So once it became more well known at the hospital that I did spa things, it was really funny, the conversations that started to happen in the ER. I was used to coming into my shifts in the ER, and because it's perpetually busy in an ER, I would walk in, I got scrubs, got my stethoscope, I'm ready to roll, and someone comes up, a nurse or another doctor, a tech or whoever, and is like, hey, I need to talk to you about a patient, right? And the conversation's a little bit intense and yeah, tell me, let's go take care of somebody. More and more as time went on, the first thing that would happen when I walked in is that people would come over and they'd sort of sidle up. I always knew after a while that the conversation wasn't going to be about ER, because they would sort of slide on in and come and talk to me. And they'd be like, so I wanted to ask you a question. And I'm like, this is not about an ER patient, right? Because that's never how we come at it. In the ER, we're always room 2, chest pain, blah, 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 blah. So they're like, hey, I want to ask you a question about Botox. And it was really funny because I love talking about that stuff. And that's part of how I knew this was really a calling, is I'd be in the ER, but what I wanted to be doing was talking about Botox and filler and educating and just having conversations about it. I found it very exciting. I still do. So I'd spend the first 15, 20 minutes of every shift just talking with people that had questions about the stuff I was doing in aesthetics. And I'm certain that was so annoying for my colleagues in the ER. They were probably get to work, Bessie. There are people here that need some help. And my deepest apologies. I know how frustrating and annoying that must have been. I still think it's hilarious. But man, if I'm working my butt off and I see somebody over there just that's really frustrating. So anyway, I'm sorry. Bye.